What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Or lady and gentlemen? I haven't checked the old channel statistics in a while. There might just be more than one self-identifying female YouTube user that watches the old average Joe. It is entirely possible, if not extremely unlikely, but it is possible. So, in the interest of fair representation, I will say, gentlemen and ladies, there's probably, possibly, maybe more than one of you. But now that the introductions are out of the way, let's get down to brass tacks here. Let's get down to business. So, I got a serious problem on my hands, alright? I don't know if y'all know this, but I kind of like Warhammer. And the problem is, unlike a lot of Warhammer people, a lot of Warhammer enjoyers, I like all of the Warhammer. I like almost every army, and even if I don't like something about the army, be it rules, models, lore, whatever, I can still find something to like. Alright? So, I mean, that sounds like a good thing, right? It means I can enjoy every bit of the hobby. I can enjoy all the armies and all the models. And every time a new model comes out, I go, ooh, look at that one. That looks pretty cool. The problem is that because I like all of them, I want all of them. And I want more armies. And I'm just like a freaking squirrel on crack bouncing around between all the different ranges on the GW website, which their new website is trash, by the way. It makes that a lot harder. But I still do it. I still look. And when I keep looking, and then I look at my shelf, which currently has, let me see, Tyranids, Demon Crew, Regular Crew, World Eaters. That's only 4 armies. Now, in the past, I have had, I don't know, another like 5, 6, I don't know, Eldar, Space Marines, Orcs, Imperial Knights, Imperial Guard / Scion / Space Pirates, a different Tyranid army. So there's been a few. That's the point. That's the point that we're getting to here. But we can always have more. And with a new year, and with so many new models on the way, you might think that means silly old average Joe. You know, you got a whole Tyranids army to paint. Got all this new Kroot stuff to do and paint and kit bash. You got Demon Kroots you haven't finished yet. You got World Eaters you haven't finished yet. What could you possibly want? Well, the question is more like, what don't I want? So, basically, I'm not saying for sure, because I do have a lot to do, but if I get all of my current projects done, or at least done to a point where I'm happy, I'm always open to starting a new one, boys and girls. We can always have more. There's never enough. So, the question is, what do I do? And that's where all of you come in. So, basically, I've narrowed it down to 3 options. 4 options. Let's just say 4. We won't get ahead of ourselves here. Just say 4. And, what do I say? What would be the typical YouTuber jargon? We'll say, in order to vote for what you want, or what you would like to see from me the most, leave a comment down below. And, anybody that's on the Patreon, obviously, your votes count for extra. We'll say your votes count for, 5 votes or something. But anyway, here they are. I'm going to lay these out real simple, okay? The easiest, by far, and it's kind of something I already did, is an orc army, okay? But not just any orc army. My favorite part of the orcs is their mechs, is their big, stompy, junk Titan robots. Ever since Hell's Reach, I've thought they were the coolest thing, to the point where I almost did this already. Cast your eyes back in time, my friends. I made a kit-bashed Epic Stompa and a small army of kit-bashed orcs to go with it. And I'm not even really sure why, but I just kind of lost interest in it over time and ended up selling it. And the only thing that was painted was one knob and the Stompa itself. And ever since then, I've kind of regretted it. And then I will see some cool kit bashes here or there on the interwebs or whatever, and it'll make me go, damn, I kind of want to make another kit bash Stompa. But not just a Stompa. So here would be the army layout, boys and girls. Stompa, Gorkanaut, Morkanaut. Boom. 3/4 of the army, 3 big stompy cool epic robots, fully kit bashed. I might use parts from the actual kits, but they will look nothing like the normal kits. And that's the core of the army. And then just whatever little stuff I get to support them, probably Big Mech and Mega Armor, and a War Boss, and maybe some like Grots to run around their feet, that sort of stuff, alright? So that's what we're talking about for orcs. We're talking about a really small, really elite, very silly, funny list that involves all 3 of the big robots, okay? Then we've got Drukhari. Now, but not just any Drukhari. This ain't your grandpappy's Drukhari, although it actually could be your grandpappy's Drukhari in a way. I am a big fan of the Warhammer Fantasy Dark Eldar, or not Dark Eldar, Dark Elves. Okay, the Druchi, or Druki, as they're called in that. I play Total War Warhammer. They're one of my favorite races to play. I love the Malice Darkblade books and all their various characters. They're very fun to read about. Very fun to read about the super evil bad guys. Basically just like the Dark Eldar in 40k. And I want to bring that to 40k because I like them so much. My favorite and like the coolest guy in my opinion is the Witch King Malekith. Alright, we're talking about an epic god tier swordsman, warrior, commander. He's thousands of years old, this king of the Dark Elves, arguably the king of all the elves. And he rides an epic dragon, he does magic. He's got it all. He's the ultimate warrior, leader, mage, everything. Super cool gear, dripped out head to toe. Well, how does that fit into a Dark Eldar army? Well, the problem is that they don't have any big centerpiece HQ models, but who does is the Ynnari. So what I was going to do is have make an epic dragon riding dark elf, and that will represent the Incarni or the Incarn or whatever it's called, the basically the elf demon character guy for the Ynnari. And that'll be Malekith, and then from there I'll use a mix of Eldar, Dark Eldar, and the old Dark Elf models to bring that range over to 40k. Probably a Charybdis to represent some big fighty thing, stuff like that. And then number 3, maybe we will just keep it to 3, is, now I can't even decide, Thousand Sons. I've always liked the Thousand Sons models, as in their scarabs and their marines. I don't like the Zangors and stuff. So what I would do, and I don't really like the demon engines, I would make it so that they are necromancer Thousand Sons. They're bringing back dead Xenos and dead aliens, and those are representing the demon engines. So we get to plunder all the cool Age of Sigmar death kits and use those basically as demon engines. You got like your Terrorgeist and your things like that to represent Mauler Fiends and whatever. And I just think it'd be really cool, and the Zangors can be like skeleton warriors and all that. So that's what I'm thinking. Those are the 3 armies. Tell me what you think down below, and we'll see what we can do later on in the year. Obviously that would be like an end of the year project, far in the future. Bye for now. Peace.